Hey, 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 hey! How are y'all today? Today I'm a bit tired, actually. Um, so this won't be a as long video as the. Hang on, let me just move you closer so you actually hear me without me needing to shout. So yeah, I'm a bit tired today, so I don't think this is gonna be a 40-minute video like the Duolingo one. uh, did you even enjoy that? I didn't plan on making it as long when I started making it, but it just became that long as I was recording. I know it didn't really get as many views as my other videos, so I'm taking that as a maybe it was a bit too long. I'll have to experiment. I realized that asking you guys what you think doesn't really not that it doesn't matter, it's just that the amount of people who actually comment compared to the people that actually watch doesn't give a fair whatever the word is, representation of the actual viewership. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's sort of like how they say, if you don't vote, you can't really affect it. So if you don't comment when I ask things, you can't really affect the videos in a way that's more like how you want the video. But yeah, I think the best thing is to just experiment and see what actually works, and take it from there. And I don't say that as an insult to anybody, but just that's the lesson I've taken from making videos for a couple of years. Yeah. So the other day I was with my friend David, and we met in Stockholm and had some ice cream, and then we were sunbathing in a park, and then I needed to go to work to do a thing, and we decided to take one of those electronic scooters and ride that one on the streets all the way towards my work. It's not that far, it only took like 10 minutes, and we paid like 30 crowns for it, so it wasn't expensive at all. But I got what we say in Swedish mer smak, which is like literally the translation is more taste. So like you have like you want more, and I wanted to go for a ride more because I thought it was really fun. And so we ended up riding on those scooters for almost 50 minutes all around Stockholm, just exploring like streets we haven't been to. It was so much fun. And then when I came home, I actually wrote a song about it, which is the most recent song I have on my Instagram. I can put it in the description if you'd like to hear it, but I'll probably make because it's only 1 minute, but I think my next video might be a full recording of that song uploaded here on YouTube, so that you guys can hear it, because I thought it was actually quite a good song, and it's quite summery in my opinion. And I asked some of the people that liked the video if they thought it was summery, and they thought it was summery, so that's good. So I can sing a little bit, but I won't play because I'm knitting. So So it's my first song that starts out with the chorus. Usually I have a verse one and then maybe a pre-chorus or verse one and just chorus, but this one I wanted to try to go straight into the chorus. So it starts. Ja, det är så kul på Stockholms gator. Glida snabbt förbi med dina kamrater. Så hoppa på en elspark så får du se. Det är nice med sommar och en elskoter. Yeah. Can you tell that I'm tired? Because I don't think I would have sung like that if I wasn't. Today was such a long day at work. I started working 10 and then we had 1 hour of just like getting the store ready for opening. So we open at 11 and the first hour felt like, I don't know, like 10 hours. And when I when I checked the watch or checked the time, it had only been 30 minutes. And I swore it felt like it had been like 2 or 3 hours. It was so boring. And then I had lunch. And then I had what we call drift. And that's basically you get a phone, but then you're free to move about in the store as you wish. You don't have like a station where you're supposed to be. And that was the only hour that was any fun, basically. Then I had like a customer in focus, which is when you just go around and give extra attention to customers. So you walk up to them and you're like, hi, can I help you with anything? And you're just like on the floor being there to support customers when they need help. But right now, because of Corona and because it's a weekend, we don't really get a lot of customers because our store is mostly like a tourist store during the weekends. Right now, there aren't a lot of tourists. So I mean, that means there's not a lot of people in the store. So it's quite slow. Then I had another 1 hour of like focusing on customers. And then I had 2 hours in the registers. Yeah. I'm hoping tomorrow will be a lot more fun. Because I have the same shift tomorrow. But tomorrow, my dad is coming to my work. So I'm gonna try to help him find a new pair of electric shaver. So hopefully I can do that, and then he'll be there half past, and then at the full hour I have my lunch, so then we'll probably go and take a lunch together, because I haven't met him since February because of Corona. So we have spoken on the phone a bit, but I haven't actually seen him. So that will be nice. I've realized that since I live alone right now, my roommate left the country at the start of the Corona pandemic because he was worried that he might have gotten it. So since then I've lived here alone. And while that is quite nice, I feel like I'm starting to get a bit lonely. So I actually asked a friend if he wanted to go for a walk with me, but he didn't respond. And now it's 10:30 in the evening, and I don't think I'm gonna manage to go on a walk this late. So I'll have to do that another day, maybe, if he wants to. Oh, and did you notice I'm not wearing a hat? The reason why I've been wearing a hat so much is because I cut my hair really, really short. And to quote my coworker, I look like a serial killer. And that made me maybe a little bit self-conscious, is that the word? About my appearance. And so I've been wearing a hat just so that I don't need to worry about what my hair looks like until it grows out, which is it has now. So now I'll probably start not wearing hats as much. Bad hair days, I'll still wear hats. So this ball of yarn is starting to run out, but it will definitely not run out for this video. But it would be fun to change the yarn in a video. Because I use a method where you fuse the ends together, because this is wool, so you can do that. You kind of almost felt it. And you do that by opening up the fibers and on the old yarn and on the new yarn, and then you either put it in your mouth or you lick your hand, and then you start felting it with your saliva. That might be a bit gross, but I think it's funny. And so that's actually what I did when I connected these two yarns. The good thing about that is that you don't get any knots or like ends in the middle, because as you work the yarn, it'll like bend and fold, and it will secure itself. So it's quite a good method of securing the yarns together. But I know it's kind of disgusting, and I think it's funny, so I'd like to do that. Just casually putting yarn in my mouth, you know, in the middle of a video. Not even like this is the title, just casually putting yarn in my mouth. I found when I was younger, I used to play a game called Puzzle Pirates. It's a pirate game, but it's all puzzle based. So like for sailing, you have to connect blocks in patterns and it clears. And I found a YouTuber that I used to watch playing that game. She would have such a soothing voice, and even before I knew about ASMR, I would like watch her videos and fall asleep. Even when I didn't have a word for it, I still really liked doing ASMR stuff. And I found her channel and saw that she had actually made a couple of new videos of other games, and then she also created an ASMR channel. I think a lot of people had the same idea as I had. But she hasn't uploaded anything for a year, so I think she didn't stick to it. I actually stopped following the ASMR community altogether after I stopped making ASMR. So I don't know if there was like a huge purge of ASMR artists. I don't even know who's active anymore. Except Nyla Vox, which I know isn't active, but I saw in a comment that she said she would come back soon, so maybe. She I found her when she was doing like a uh, enchanting type video with like a cauldron, and it was very chaotic, and I really enjoyed that. So she quickly became my favorite ASMR artist, and then we kind of became friends, and then I stopped making ASMR. And then she stopped uploading altogether. I hope she's fine. I hope things are good for her. She's a nice person. I know she used to, or when I had Twitter, she would be quite active on Twitter. But I don't have Twitter anymore, so I don't know. I've removed my Twitter, my Facebook. I removed my old Instagram. But then I got a new one for ukulele videos. I removed my Snapchat. That's all I think I had. And so now I only have Instagram, YouTube, and Messenger. And I think Messenger would be the most difficult one to get rid of, because like that's how I contact my friends and my family. Although I do call people sometimes, like on their regular phone number. But most of the time we just chat on Messenger. It makes me think, because I was so young when internet became like a big thing. I don't really remember how we used to meet people. I remember you would like call each other and be like, okay, we'll meet each other at this place, at this hour, this time, and then hoping that they would show up. And like you would have like phone booths, and you would call their mom and be like, where is so and so? And they would be like, yeah, they left like a half an hour ago. And you would be like, okay, should I wait? Because you can call the phone booth expecting to find me if she comes back because she didn't find me or whatever. Or you would just like surprise show up at their door and be like, hi, do you want to play? I did that the first time we moved. I would go, me and my brother would go back to our old like area where we lived, knock on the doors of our friends and ask if they could play. And that worked quite well for a while, but it started getting tedious when you walked half an hour and then they would be like, no, he's at football training, or no, she's still at school. And you'd be like, oh, I just walked here for no reason. So gradually we stopped doing that, and then we actually stopped being friends with our old neighborhood friends. But like, had it been now, of course we would have had like their messengers and their Instagram handles, and we would have kept in touch. So I mean, that's a positive of social media. But then maybe you keep too much in touch. And you're like me, sending random videos to people all the time. Like I just sent my friends a video of two rats that were slapping each other because they wanted to eat alone. They were like sharing a bowl of food, and when one came up to eat and slapped the other one in the face, and then the other one was like slapping back. I kind of wish they had added like sound effects of like that. Yeah. Meme culture. It's the end of us all. Well, now it's been 20 minutes. I think that's enough. I'm gonna go brush my teeth and go sleep soon. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This is how far we've gotten. And this isn't even two rolls, balls of yarn. I'm curious, are you doing anything while watching this or listening to this? Or do you just listen? Like, do you have any side things you do while listening? Or do you just listen? Yeah, that's all. Take care.